Word Wednesday starts right now. Hey guys, it's Michael here from Happy English, and it's time for another Word Wednesday vocabulary building lesson. This month, we're taking a look at idioms in American English. I love teaching idioms because idioms make your language sound more natural and more colorful. And today, I've got a special collection of idioms just for you. It's all about spuds. Spuds. You know, potatoes. I guess most of you guys know by now that I'm a huge fan of pizza and coffee. I'm having a cup of Joe right now. But one of my real loves is potatoes. I guess you could say I'm a potato junkie, or maybe a potatoholic. Anyway, today we're going to look at several idioms that have the word potato in them. Are you ready? Let's check it out. First, let's take a look at a couch potato. Maybe you've heard this before. This is one of my favorite idioms. A couch potato. If you took a potato and you put it on the couch, it doesn't do anything, right? So, a couch potato is a person who's a little bit on the lazy side, and maybe all they do is sit on the sofa and play video games all day or watch TV. That's a couch potato. My friend Jack is such a couch potato, he even eats dinner on the sofa in front of the TV. My cousin Eddie likes to be a couch potato on Sundays and just sit around watching football. Are you a couch potato? Next, let's talk about a hot potato. If you were cooking potatoes and you took one right out of the oven, it would be very hot, maybe too hot to keep in your hands, right? Holding a hot potato in your hands would be a difficult situation, and probably an uncomfortable one too. Well, a hot potato is a difficult or uncomfortable or controversial topic in a situation or a conversation. For example, imagine your friend Jane just broke up with her boyfriend, and it wasn't really a good relationship or a good breakup. That topic for Jane is probably a hot potato. Don't talk about Jane's ex-boyfriend. That's a hot potato. In your office, maybe you didn't get that contract signed, or the customer didn't agree to the terms of your offer. Maybe the boss is not happy with that situation, so that topic is a hot potato. Don't bring up the ABC contract with the boss. That is a hot potato. Speaking of potatoes and relationships, we often use the phrase, drop someone like a hot potato. In the romantic world, or maybe not the romantic world, when you drop someone, it means you end the romantic relationship. A moment ago, I mentioned that Jane broke up with her boyfriend. I could say that Jane dropped her boyfriend. She dropped him. Well, you can also say she dropped him like a hot potato. Maybe she wanted to be out of that relationship quickly, just like holding that hot potato in her hand. So, she dropped him like a hot potato. She dropped that guy like a hot potato. Next, let's talk about small potatoes. Here in the US, we like everything big. So when we have dinner and we have potatoes, we want to have a big potato. That's really an important part of our dinner. So, small potatoes, who wants small potatoes? They're not so important. So, in American English, the idiom small potatoes means something that's not very important or significant. Here's an example. A lot of big banks don't want to give a business loan to an independent business guy like me. Maybe they think my business is just small potatoes compared to some huge corporation. Yes, we've reviewed your application and quite frankly, your company is just small potatoes for us. So, sorry, no business loan. Tommy's baseball team wins most of their games, so last weekend they lost 2 games, but that was just small potatoes for them. Okay, well, I think I've covered the meat and potatoes of this lesson. The meat and potatoes. Here in the USA, meat and potatoes are the main things that we eat for dinner. It's the most important part of our meal, the meat and potatoes. So, as an idiom, the meat and potatoes is the most important thing that you want to talk about or work on in a meeting or in a discussion. Okay, so now that we've met everyone, let's get down to the meat and potatoes in this meeting. Jack, I think talking about the budget is important, but the real meat and potatoes that we need to discuss is sales. Well, that's our English lesson for today. Keep in mind, if you want to remember this vocabulary or any vocabulary, you need to take the phrase, write it in a sentence that's true for you, and then memorize your sentences. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Why not leave a comment below using one of these idioms, and I'll catch you guys next time right here at Happy English. Catch you later.